Holy snikes. I guess that is a little bit old though. The excitement's worn off a little bit. Still cool to see, but let's see if there's any new stuff to bump up the excitement just a little bit. Jiminy Cricket, I guess there is new stuff. Well, that's unexpected. I'm assuming that's it, right? Because that's already a whole heck of a heap. Wow. But seriously, though, today is July 27th, 2017, and today seems to be the day of Gran Turismo Sport knowledge. And I guess that's a good thing right yonder. And, well, I know I've said in previous videos that I ain't gonna actually analyze just reading off stuff, but this actually is quite a bit of analysis of different videos that have been on YouTube and such like that. I have done an analysis of videos before. This is a sort of a secondary analysis because there's a whole heck of a heap of videos. GT Planet is just a good format to get it into sections where I can explain it better. I don't want to just go to every single video and try to do every single detail. GT Planet has the details of each individual thing, but not all together in one. I'm going to attempt to make it all together in one the best I can. And again, this is more for fun because I ain't a professional, but well, here we go, folks. This is a whole heck of a heap of stuff, as I've already said. So, yeah, stay tuned for a lot. The first thing, as I said, it actually is a little bit old, and it's sort of outdated too, because this proves that. Yep, new track, and it's a GTR. Of course, it's a GTR. We knew that. But let's look at the new tracks and such. This actually ain't really all that much analysis because it is pictures. Pictures are worth 1,000 words, and this really is a truism right yonder. Y'all can interpret the pictures however y'all want. The main things I'm actually analyze are the next two, like, articles on GT Planet. And GT Planet ain't actually the official Gran Turismo website, but it's definitely legit, and it's the top, like, fan-ran website. So I use it more than actual GranTurismo.com just because it's the fans that make the game. I mean, of course, it's important to get the official word too, but the fans' opinion is actually what drives the game. If it wasn't for the fans, it wouldn't really matter what the official people say. But anyway, for the pictures themselves, here y'all go, folks. If you want to see the pictures in whatever the highest quality your computer or whatever periphery you're looking at can run, go to gtplanet.net, and on their main forum page, it's here. Again, there ain't all that much analysis just because it's pictures. Different people can interpret pictures in different ways. What's the main things to analysis is the actual screenshots of the game itself and not just screenshots of pretty pictures. But that is coming quicker than lickety split. And well, let's look at the next thing, folks. Let's look at the next thing. As for the what's on top, that'll be last because that's the newest one. Next, though, is the livery editor and the wheels and such, and that's cool. We knew we were getting a livery editor, so let's see how well it is. Aftermarket rims, a lot of games have that. Livery editor, honestly, quite a few games have that. But as I've shown in previous videos that I've done, there's a whole heck of a heap of different ways they could go with it. So, let's see how they did go with it. I know I sound a bit excited here, but that's because I'm a bit excited here. Jiminy Cricket, this is a lot of cool stuff. But anyway, this is the Porsche 911 GT3 RS. Long name. But it's the Porsche. Porsche. Haven't got over that yet. Let's look at the actual stuff. There's preview, which makes sense. Change background. That's going to be where GT Sport Livery Editor beats a lot of others that I didn't really mention in previous videos, is the background. It ain't really all that important because the main point of a livery editor is the cars, but still that is a pretty cool touch that GT's always been good with, is the background, such as escapes, photo locations, etc., which will actually be part of the next article I'll look at. But on to more of this. Is this paint, that's what color the car is. Decal, that's the actual graphics and stuff. That's probably going to be the main part of the livery editor itself, because livery literally means graphics. That's the actual decals you put on as the livery. But there's actually a whole heck of a heap more to it than just livery editor. You can edit the wheels, apparently. And I'm not really sure. Like, racing item. That's gonna be wait for the main game, I guess. That's something completely different. Maybe that's like Gran Turismo 5 where you could race modify your car. In GT6, they just had 2 separate cars, which sort of upped GT6's car count. In GT5, it was 1 car, but you had an option to race modify it. Maybe that's what that is. I don't know. For the other parts is just save, quit. The layout is different than other livery editors I've seen. The racing item is a whole heck of a heap of questions, but let's look at the article itself and see if anything actually gets answered here. Maybe. Again, the article is on GT Planet if y'all want to see it more for yourself. I'll just try to make some, like, points. As it says plentiful there, that's the main thing that I saw. That's good, plentiful, a whole heck of a heap of detail. That's good. Because the more detail there is in the livery editor itself, the more we can see of the best graphics there is, which we already know GT Sport's going to have, because Gran Turismo, they generally do have the best graphics, especially of the first game that comes out on a console for them. GT2, possibly the best looking PS2 game, PS1 game, and it was the second one on the PS1. GT1 was possibly the best looking before that. GT3, possibly considered the best looking Gran Turismo of all time for their game on the PS2. GT4, best looking PS2. GT5, possibly the best looking PS3 game of all time when it came out. GT6, that's all I'm going to say. GT Sport, probably the best looking PS4 game of all time. Till the next one comes out, if it's on for. But anyway, getting off topic because excited and stuff. This is sort of where it goes more into the videos and such. As it said there, there's aftermarket rims. Honestly, I don't care all that much about that. I mean, that's cool and such. But this also is kind of a new feature. GT5, I think it was 5, I barely paid attention to this, had something where it sold information about cars and such. That's cool, but honestly, there's internet for that. I'm going to play the game for the game and not do this. But it's still cool nonetheless. The cool stuff will be the scapes, because it's still playing the game for the game. Because now we have a livery editor that we can put in the scapes, which is where I'll go to next. The next article talks more specifically about the scapes and the single player and the social functions, which is important too. Single player is what I touched on the replayability, which I guess this will touch on even more. So here we go, folks. My internet is again meh, but it actually loaded better than I thought it would there. So there we have it, folks. So that's a unique picture right yonder. I guess I'll try to analyze that the best I can. That's a Mustang Group 4. That's a Bugatti Group 1. The fast group. I know the ones in the beta better than the ones that are going to be in the game because I played the beta. Group 3s, I think, and then that's definitely Group 3, that's Corvette. So that's cool, it's unique, but let's look at the actual stuff beyond the picture. Again, there's videos for these, there's a whole heck of a heap of videos for these I recommend watching as well. Again, usually I just analyze the videos themselves, but this puts it in a good package to where I don't have to go through every minute of every video. This emphasizes the main points of different sectors, and then this is where I put all the different sectors into one video. So, yeah, GT Sport Campaign Mode. Holy Snikes, again, this is on GT Planet if you want to look at it more in depth, but this is the important part. First seems to be the different licenses and stuff. This is called different names, but it's the license test. But it is in a revamped form with new graphics that are I'm fine with this a trophy, whatever, to each their own on that sort of thing. And then now to the scapes, which is honestly sort of jumping to a completely different subject, but nonetheless, this video has been jumping to a completely different subject too, so it kind of all goes together if you don't think about it. But there's really not all that much to think about escapes. They're pretty. That's the point. And Gran Turismo Sport, as I said, will probably be the best graphics of any game ever on a console. So enjoy the pretty scapes, looking at the pretty graphics, and then looking at your pretty car done in the livery editor. That's pretty freaking awesome right yonder. I'm excited, to say the least. Holy shnikes, folks. And then let's actually go into more analysis here. What is all this stuff? This seems to be more of the Jiminy Cricket. There's already someone in the A class and the not beta. I don't know what part of the game this is, but Jiminy Cricket, there's already someone in A class in the part that... Maybe that's why they're A classes, because they're playing against like one other testers. I don't know. But I'm getting overly excited, but this is all their stickers and stuff like that. Apparently there are going to be credits in game. I guess we kind of sort of knew that. Obviously we don't know 100% how it's going to work yet because we don't have the game. But it's sort of expected that we were going to have some type of credit system. I didn't think it was just going to be like the beta where we were given free cars. And this is yet again more pictures. Pictures speak 1,000 words. Interpret that however you want. This I'm going to go ahead and comment on. What in the blue blazes is this? Why does it just have a guy floating? I don't know. I mean, I get it's supposed to be tips and stuff, but why is the background picture a guy floating? I had to comment on that because that's weird. I know he's in a driving position, that's a point, but still, cars don't float. You don't drive a car floating. Yeah, whatever. Still, nonetheless, even though that's a bit weird, this is a whole heck of a heap of good stuff. I don't really see much negative here. There's actually some points, too, that I'm very, very curious on. Like, in the livery editor, the racing item. Holy shnikes, folks. That's going to be one I'm waiting eagerly for. And then there's a whole heck of a heap of good stuff that we know what it is, too. We got new tracks confirmed. The Civic confirmed. I don't really care that much about Civic, but still a new car. Some people like Civic. And a whole heck of a heap of stuff that we kind of already knew about, too, that we know more about now, like the livery editor escapes and etc. So, looking at these pictures, looking at the analysis and all that, and again, I recommend y'all look at the videos, look at the pictures themselves on this and all that, too, because A, it's better quality than my phone camera analyzing this, and B, y'all can see the whole thing. This is just to put it all into one, and I hope I did a good job of doing that, because it's worth putting all into one, because holy shnikes, this is a lot of cool stuff together, and it's definitely worth sewing, and holy shnikes, I'm about out of breath from all this awesomeness. And well, there you have it, folks. Some old license and stuff, some new livery editor and all that, and some we don't know about too, like racing items. That's cool, I'm hyped for that. And yeah, so some old, some new, and something stew, and all the other stuff too, and people named Lou. And hope y'all enjoyed this too, and yeehaw! October 17th needs to come a little bit faster.